So I encourage you to add or infuse. Elements of the elements of the prayer that make sense for your journey, whether that is a consistent journey or it's changing. That's your business, okay? But because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay, babies. So take a couple breaths here. Keep on breathing. Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, just relaxing into that. And let's talk about Uranus. Now, Uranus rules the sign Aquarius. Uranus is one of those outer planets that before high-powered microscopes we could not see past Saturn with the, naked eye. And because of that, in the beginning, all of the signs were assigned to 2 signs to each planet except for Leo, which was the sun, and Cancer, which is the moon. Everything else was assigned to 2 signs to a planet. And we still have that today if you look at Mercury, where Mercury has both Virgo and Gemini. Now, Uranus took on Aquarius. Aquarius actually is traditionally ruled by Saturn, and you can see that whereas Saturn, Capricorn is the old and Aquarius is the new, but it's everything of the discipline, the consistency, and the pushing forward of what you want. Now, with Uranus is all about the revolution, shock, and awe, and it just has a no-nonsense approach to we're getting there. I think the best way to explain Uranus would be when we see social justice issues and we think to ourselves, like, that's so crazy that this is still happening today. And then you think to yourself, there's no reason why this should still happen today. But the old energy that is, it's just the norm, the hegemonic way of things going says, well, this is how it's always been. But Uranus says, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Just because it's always been that way does not mean it is okay for it to stay that way. We change it now, okay? And you saw that a lot these last couple of years, people really resisting the change of equity, unfortunately. So Uranus brings that within the energy. Historically, you see a lot of revolutions that are happening during that time. You see a lot of revolts, and the revolt is always from the population. It's never from a hierarchical standpoint. It's always from the social infrastructure wanting to kind of equal out the playing field. So that's Uranus. So shock and awe, revolution. It's like shaking something up, like we growing now. We get in there now. We doing that now. That's that Uranus. Now, Uranus and Taurus is actually really interesting. I want to say maybe like 2 years ago, I was talking about this a lot. As soon as it went into Taurus, I was like telling everybody like, hey, be mindful. So in a very general way, some of the common themes that have come up during this time, it has everything to do with money. The volatility of cryptocurrency is definitely seen through Uranus and Taurus, because the last time Uranus was in Taurus, we had the Great Depression. And to explain that, prior to the Great Depression, it was the first time in U.S. history in which you had consumer-based credit cards. While you could prior to that get a line of credit, the accessibility of this Uranus and Aries, in which credit became completely available and it was very showy and all that stuff, very critical of yourself. If you happen to have had like a lot of kind of fucked up shit happen to you in your life, and you might think less of yourself unconsciously, maybe consciously you're like, you did your best, but subconsciously it's a little bit tough for you. These are always opportunities for you to go and review and just be super sweet to yourself, super understanding, and correct that change, because whenever you're correcting a habit, it's not easy. It feels foreign. It feels like, oh, I've never done this before, and that's the point. You do not want to be an autopilot your entire life, because a lot of the things that you learned early on, you get stuck there, and some of it not so great. Not so great. So feel free to kind of rejuvenate the self as you go through it. So as I said, Uranus entered into Taurus 2018, and it's going to be there until 2026. Uranus will be going into retrograde in Taurus in August 18th, 2021 to January 22, 2022. So pretty much, a little bit less than half a year. And again, I want you all to think of these retrograde periods as beautiful times. There's so many times that I see people just folding, occasionally myself included, because those Mercuries be hitting me hard because I'm Mercury ruled. But like, so many times I see people just folding under the retrograde. I don't want this, I don't want this. You don't want to take the time to go in and make sure that you're okay. You don't want to check in with yourself. Sweetheart, if you don't check in with yourself, ain't nobody else gonna do it. You want to be out here chasing dreams and goals that maybe are not for your best, maybe might be built out of insecurity or built out of doubt. No, you want to clear and cleanse that shit out, and you want to be chasing what it is that you feel like God, the universe, source, or whatever it is you believe in has you here to do. So, embrace that, especially with Uranus. Uranus is like, come on, let's do this. We about to do the damn thing. So that's the energy you should definitely keep in mind as you are going into that space. Now, as I've said before, with the other planets, you definitely want to think how this impacts your particular Uranus. Are you born with Uranus in Taurus? Are you born with Uranus in Capricorn? Are you born in Uranus in whatever? Because if you understand how you were born, what your Uranus is in your natal chart, you will understand your natural disposition, and then you can work better with adapting these certain themes while Uranus is in Taurus. So maybe your Uranus is in a water sign, and Uranus being in an earth sign is different. So you have to think about it a little bit. Okay, this is what I naturally feel like, but this is how I can kind of structure this to make the energy work for my greatest benefit. Also, understanding your houses, what your Uranus is in your natal chart versus what is the Uranus transit making in your, what transit is Uranus making in your chart today. And you only know that if you know what time you were born, and you only know that if you know what time you were born. So if your Uranus is in Capricorn in the second house, your energy there is that Uranus and Capricorn surrounding second house themes, which actually represents Taurus. But if it is transiting your fourth house, it means that Uranus, which is in Taurus, so I'm using the example of Uranus and Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus will share a vibrational frequency because it's an earth element. It's not necessarily the enterprising aspect of Capricorn. It's more of like the self practicality. But it being in the fourth house versus the second house is your self-worth, whereas the fourth house has everything to do with family. So it's going to be transiting things that have to do with your family. So understanding your natural disposition to to your Uranus in the house and there. So I hope it doesn't make it way too complicated. I've definitely been interested in astrology for a very long time. It was kind of the first modality that I really took to, and what I learned is that to this date there's still a lot of shit that confuses me, and the reason why is because sometimes we collect my coins in a tourist fashion. You're here to collect your flowers. You're here to collect your praise, especially with this Leo energy coming up with this Leo season. You're here to collect, okay? You're here for things to be what it should be, not just based off of how things have always been, okay? And it's a leveling up of your energy, a leveling up of your soul. But if you're too afraid to let go of the past, unfortunately, this will feel like calamity. But if you like, baby, just tell me where to go, I'm gonna be there. You're going to move very quickly, very fast in a direction for your highest vibrational good. Hello. Peep game, baby, peep game. Peep game, my loves, okay? Just know that the energy that is surrounding you is one of higher vibrational energy, one of peace, one of balance, but one of change. And when you want to make change, that's why I like to give the example of the systemic change. When you want to make systemic change, it is not easy. So when you are making that internal change, of course it is not easy. You have those patterns that you always have, or you might have pushback from around you, or it's just tough, and sometimes it's time to boss up, and sometimes it's time to boss up and just be like, I be that. So I hope this Uranus energy inspired you, okay? Also understanding that as we are nearing the end of Go Get It July, I gave a check-in to the Patreon group, because on Patreon we had extra support on that. So that's what we do on Patreon. We do extra things. And what became very apparent was this was a transformative time internally, and it is easy to value external progress over internal progress, not realizing that if the internal is imbalanced, the external will not blossom and or bloom. The internal is your foundation. If you have a weak foundation, everything will fall. That's real life. If you have a weak foundation, particularly, I want you to pay attention. If you know what time you were born and you know what house your Uranus is in, if you have a weak foundation in any of that energy in that house, let's say it has to do with the 8th house, so Uranus is transiting your 8th house, and you have a lot of debt, baby, the foundation will fall out of it, and you will be feeling this like debt collector. Or if you have some interesting stuff going on there, you might be taking on other people's debt or inheriting other people's debt. So you want to make sure you have a strong foundation to protect you against things like that. You take it over to the 4th house, and maybe you might inherit a lot more responsibilities of nurturing and caregiving and things like that. So you want to make sure that you have a good relationship with, first of all, taking care of yourself, second of all, setting boundaries, and third of all, following through for what it is that you need to do, and delegating. So it just depends on what house it's in, but anything with a weak foundation will fall out. If it's transiting your 7th house, if you have relationships with a weak foundation, it's gonna fall out. If it's transiting your 1st house, which is also the house of your rising sign, your ascendant, that energy, it talks about your how you see yourself, so you might feel like, oh my gosh, having like a whole identity crisis, and that's the things that come up there. So that's that Uranus energy, baby. That's that Uranus energy. Dreams are such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to be. Sometimes when we're just going through life in our dream state, we can use that state as a place to kind of explain what's going on, in the subconscious. Other times, dreams can be used as a way to communicate on a mediumship level. They can help with clairvoyant visions, as well as they can be a place for the energetic helpers. Now, for those who are new, I'm going to explain what energetic helpers are. If you're already a part of the Patreon, you already know what this is, because we have these lovely discussions all the time about it. The energetic helpers are, okay. And also, if you're enjoying Recharge June, go ahead and head on over to guess, right? So the term pantheon was coined or came from, or it's derived from, when you look at the Greek and Roman, mythology, it's can also be called Hellenistic history. So we're talking about Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. So that's what a pantheon is. A pantheon is the collection of that. The word pantheon is used nowadays to describe different traditions and lineages of the gods and goddesses, or the words that could be equivalent to that. Not gonna get too high up there. Anyway, gods and goddesses are just one example of the numerous energetic helpers that are out there. We're talking about gods, goddesses, archangels. We're talking about ancestors. We're talking about animal guides. There's so many. It just goes on and on. It just depends on the lineage or the tradition. So in this dreaming state, you are going to be connecting with your energetic helpers. Now, I'm not going to say who your energetic helper is. It's different for all of us, but you all love this prayer. And I just go through my energetic helpers, and it really is to open up an opportunity for you to connect with yours. Sometimes it's ancestors, sometimes it's things that you have been, sometimes it's other things. Just really connecting in there and holding a space. So let's start with some Reiki symbols. Surround your energy. And just take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. One more breath. So I'm just going to work with the energy around you. Okay. And as you're relaxing into this, find your mind opening your energy or your chakras, just being in a state where they can be receptive, and begin to go to your sacred place. Your sacred place is that place that is just for you. It can be whatever. Just all your favorite things. You choose y'all who do not know, when Mercury is in retrograde, that is when you are the strongest to go inside. Mercury is the planet of communication. It rules Gemini and Virgo. And with Mercury in one of its native signs of Gemini, that is when you can super amplify your psychic mediumship or just under the veil connected abilities. So that's a positive about it. Don't be nervous about the other stuff. It'll be much easier for you to go in and flow inside of it, okay? So, as this energy is just moving around, connecting you, narrow in on one of the energetic helpers and start to describe their quality to yourself, okay? I'm just gonna work on the aura and just describe the quality to yourself. How do they feel? Do they have a complex energy? Are they, very feminine, very masculine, very androgynous in energy? Are they nurturing? Are they understanding? Or they just put qualities onto it? It doesn't matter what it is. Just put whatever qualities feels right to you. Beautiful duality that happens often. Or several layers, like you feel it on the first layer, like, ooh, feels like a grandma. But then on another layer, feels like, ooh, a connection in which I can connect on a higher vibrational language. And it's okay. Language doesn't have to always have the words. Any of these kind of mystical, esoteric experiences, language is often very, very limited. Very limited, and that is normal. It's really tough to explain what is going on in here to the fullest level of complexity of what it is. We're always going to be limited by language. The words probably will never be fully invented, and so sometimes you have to move with this energy. I actually call it Pisces energy, because Pisces energy is the type of energy that goes and flows wherever it is. So if the Pisces energy is here, that's where they're at. And if it's here, that's where it's at. And if it's here, that's where it's at. It doesn't matter if it was just only 24 hours. They will make the best out of each moment and be okay, make peace with the fact that it's like choo, 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 choo. Virgo energy be like, figure that out, friend. And there's something to learn with every little piece of that, where it's long term. You want Virgo energy. Everyone, for the sake of their mental, emotional health, and energetic health, this area, open up in this area, open up in this area, open up in this area. So just feeling this just drip down from the front, the throat, the heart, all the way down. The front, the throat, the heart, all the way down. The front, the throat, the heart, all the way down. The front, the throat, the heart, all the way down. And I'm just going to put some warm, just loving energy all around you as you connect, and just be receptive to whatever comes across. It might just be a I love you, or a, smile, or it could be something very profound, just depends. It definitely depends. So just breathe in this space, breathe in this space, breathe in this space, breathe in this space, breathe in this space. Okay. Now I want you to take inventory. Are there any messages that have come across? Is there any information that's just flowing? And it can be seamless. It can be like, or sometimes it can just be a lot. It can be a feeling too. It doesn't always have to be words. So bringing that in here. Just continuing to do this. Just going to the deepest layer of you to create space for your highest vibrational good only. Okay? So creating space for the highest vibrational good only. Okay. Just relax there. And I really encourage you in this moment, I really encourage you to say thank you to your energetic helpers. They are here guiding you. Some signs of energetic helpers could be if you are constantly hearing lyrics, or you're seeing feathers, or you get little signs like you see money, coins, you are getting numbers, just the same numbers over and over again. You're getting smells, just the things that are just reoccurring that you're like, why do I keep on seeing X, Y, and Z? Sometimes that's communication. And once you connect with your energetic helpers, it then becomes validation. So when you're on your path and you're going to where you need to go, or you might feel a little confused or lost, seeing that as a sign from the energetic helpers to communicate with you in order to say, you've got this, I'm there for you, don't worry about it, it's going to be good. So just take inventory in this moment, just opening the mind up. Take inventory in this moment of all of those times that you may have received messages that are just like, that's interesting, that's wow. Just allow it to be. Allow it to be. Allow it to be. Allow the mind to melt and just flowing with your energy. Become that energy in that dream state. Flow and go wherever it is you want to go. Into the clouds, on the water, beautiful nature, whatever that is for you. Allow that dream state to be. 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 And just continue to breathe into it. Continue to breathe into it. Continue to breathe into this dreaming state. Dreaming, 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 and having the energetic helpers surround you, placing the energy on you of protection, love, and nurturing, Mercury retrogrades are always opportunities in which people are just going through something. So to know that you are never truly alone, like literally never truly alone, you can use this moment to connect with your energetic helpers and receive everything you've been looking for. Love, clarity, peace. This is the time to be communing. This is the time to be there. And just know that you are enough as you are. Okay? Stripping down every illusion and just leaving the good part. It's like the orange peel, but the zest is good. Huh? I'll think of an analogy later. And just breathe this in. Flow this in. Flow this in. Floating in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And receiving. Opening up. Just expanding as if you're inhaling this energy all around you, okay? Inhale it all around you. Inhale it, inhale it, inhale it all around you. Inhale it all around you. Inhale it, inhale it, inhale it, inhale it all around you. So I'm just going to remove any excess energy, that just comes out. Send it on to its next evolutionary path and allow you to remain in your dreaming state. So I'm going to smooth over your aura 3 times just to seal you. Feel free to remain in the state you're in. There's no rush. Second time. And then the 3rd time. And I'm going to seal you with the sign of the infinity. And say, continue to connect. Continue to dream. Continue to be connecting with your energetic helpers. It is a nice lovely, lovely energy that flows all around you from the crown chakra to the third eye, right there, to the throat, the throat, the throat, the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus, right there, to the sacrum, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the root, going from the top and flowing, flowing and flowing, just making sure the energy around you feels nice and balanced, 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 as you rest, 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 and rest some more. Rest and rest and rest, rest and rest, and rest some more. You can follow my hands if you feel comforted. You can just allow your eyes to just grow a little bit heavy and become more and more peace, and at peace and surround yourself by all things that feels like beauty, feels like understanding, feels like grace, all of that, okay? And I'll just work with this energy around you and giving you this peaceful, peaceful, peaceful sleep. Sleep, sleep as you are aligning, balancing, and just this little bit of recalibrating, the experience, making sure that you are on the path that you should be on, making sure that you have everything that you need, making sure that these shifts happened in the best way for you. Okay. Beautiful. Now, just rest the eyes as the little raindrops flow all over the energy. Allow yourself to be at ease and at peace. At ease and at peace. And at ease and at peace. This is almost a very lovely karmic moment too. Who were you before? Where did you feel like you're from, energetically speaking? And for those who are like, what? Don't worry about it. Just rest the eyes. Or reconnect with the soul, reconnect with who you are. What makes you you? Why you were born into this experience. What business you have to do. What is the business you have to do here? Why have you been the lucky one to be incarnated into this experience? feels, your essence, your soul, your experience of just going to sleep. Going to sleep, 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 going to sleep. Just gonna take a couple of bad dreams away. beeswax and co. Again, this is a local woman of color that makes these candles by hand, and this one is Into the Woods. And what really called to me was, I believe it had frankincense and peppermint. I was like, hell yeah, I want that. And it just means so much to support this. I'm not paid for this or anything. This is just something that I'm enjoying, and I was like, if I have a platform, why would I not share this? So if you need a candle, check them out. Information is in the description box, as well as go out there and vote. I got instructions for that too. But with the candle, personally, candle work can be so therapeutic. It can be so, the word that came up is delicious. And why it can be so therapeutic and delicious is because fire is so strong. We talked about this yesterday, but fire is so strong, it is the initiator. That is why, if you are having a particularly difficult issue, something you need to let go, a person, sometimes that's when you have like a very strong heartache, heartbreak, and you need to let something go. Writing down what you need to let go and burning it, putting it to fire, is one way to allow it to move on. It is that aggressive initiative of this work. So, for, our pre-blue moon stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to do some of this. So I want you to decide, it's up to you if you need to be doing shadow work or light work. Shadow work is going in and healing trauma. Light work is manifesting and bringing forth. And it is okay if you are doing a combination of both. Just choose one thing, and you can always come back and rewatch the video in order to do something else. So if you need to let go of something that's been plaguing you, and you have a candle with you, go ahead and write that down. Pour your heart out into it. Everything that you need to put it in there. Allow it to be complete. If you need to pause me, you can go ahead and pause me. If you need to let something go, or if you want to bring something in your life, I'm so ready. I am so ready for this new thing. I'm so ready for this new chapter. I'm so ready for this new energy to interact with my soul. You can write that as well. And I want you to just take 3 deep breaths, inhale and exhale, really channeling the energy, creating the environment perfect these things. See all of 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 them, all of them, all of them. And rest. Feeling this energy, this force. Now back to our candle. Amplifying the ability of whatever it is you are asking for. As the flame burns, see your desires burn bright. See your desires burn with a force. See your desires be everything it needs to be. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Good job. one constant, continuous loop. What do you see now? Where do you see yourself? Ask yourself this question. Where do you see yourself? What time is it? What time period? Is it a past? Is it your own lifetime, or is it a lifetime all looking for protection, security. Security comes from emotional security, financial security, the security in community, security in thoughts, even security in faith, understanding, belief. All of these things we're looking for. And as we are on our path discovering what security is best for us or what we should be focusing on, we will at the same time just randomly put stuff on top of ourselves because we think that this will help us feel more secure. But really, it's just baggage. It's just the kind of temporary shelter as we're making our way. So the closer you get, the closer you get, the closer you get to the actual things that make you feel secure, the more that you have to let go of the baggage. Sometimes people don't want to let go of what they have now that technically isn't working for them for something that is better, simply because it's just a pattern. It's like when you're like a little hermit crab and you gotta be dangerous and leave your shell for the bigger shell. There is still a huge amount of danger, or at least the perception of danger. But this is more of just shedding. Now y'all, we had some very interesting stuff happening this week. We had a new moon in Taurus, meaning starting off a new moon cycle in the energy that is being practical, feeling worthy, and all of that stuff. And we are going to be drifting into this Mercury in retrograde in Gemini, but that energy of, do you trust yourself? And all of these moments are important. What you feel like you deserve, if you trust yourself, because it establishes your ability to set dreams and goals. Retrograde periods are one of the most healing periods that we have, because it allows us some time to just go inside and do the work there, whatever that work may be. Focusing on what baggage we need to shed. So, what is your dream? What are your dreams? What do you follow? What makes your heart smile? How would you like your life to be? For those who have been in our community for a long time, how has your life changed? For those who are just coming aboard, where would you like your life to be? You can start with the short term of a month, a year, or you can go longer, 5 years, 10 years. But just start with the things you can control, which is what you want, and how you plan to get there. Using this energy as a resource. Using this energy as a resource. So inhaling and exhaling, taking your time here, inhaling and exhaling. Another one, inhaling and exhaling. And now, there are two meanings of following your dreams. Literally, you have something that you want to make happen, that you have a desire or a goal to get there. The other one is, in a dreaming state, you had a vision, you had an understanding, a sense of something that you would like to follow. Both probably being merged together. When you want to go somewhere, when you want to do something, it starts to take over your waking in your dreaming mind. Dreaming mind. So that it has everything that it needs. Everything that it needs. vibrational state that makes you feel good. Let's let those go. Let's let those go. Let's let those go. Let's let that go. And remove that from the energy. 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 And now, just kind of giving this supercharge of what is next. You're going to have many paths, many cycles in this energy or the next. And you are right where you need to be to get to where you would like to go. But there will always be roadblocks, challenges, or what I like to call opportunities, in which you see the block, you do one of these, and you make a decision of how you want to get to the other side. Do you want to go under, over, to the side, go through, teleport, turn around, go another path, fly over, whatever that is, move it? You have so many options, and those options are up to you. You have access to all of those options available to you. And any time that you would like to have those. Many people become petrified just by the challenge showing up. Oh, I have a challenge. Oh, it means I'm not supposed to do it. Oh. That's life. When things are important to you, these things will show up. And it's okay. Take a second and keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You ever wanted to go somewhere so bad? Wanted to be into something so bad? Just keep going. Keep going. You write your own path. Just keep going. Write your own rules. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. If you are in a challenging zone, keep going. If you are in a boring zone, keep going. If you're in a new zone, that's the easy one. Keep going because you're motivated. Like everything is like lilies and butterflies right now. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. If you don't have the support you need, but everything else is going well, keep going. If you're intimidated by your the things that are happening for you that are good, keep going. If you got people hating on you or people who are jealous, keep going. Little caveat for hating and jealousy. You know, a lot of hating and jealousy is really the perception of the person receiving it. Sometimes people just come out and say, oh, I don't like you, or you think you're da-da-da-da-da. But a lot of times I think it's in the eye of the beholder. Oh, did they say that because of blah, 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 you know, all of that kind of stuff. So number one, you have to be secure. You have to know that what you do and how you go about what you want is the right way for you to be doing it. Number two, you cannot be impacted by other people's opinions. Sometimes people say things just to say things, positive or negative. You can't be impacted. And number three, you cannot take with you people who do not support you. When you feed into every time someone says something negative or something that makes you feel insecure, you are feeding into their energy. Feed into the people, the situations and circumstances that support you,